Hello and welcome back to JBSR's 25 Days of Christmas. I adore BioShock Infinite, and I think it's one of the top 5 best games of all time. But I honestly think the original BioShock was an amazing game, and obviously, my second favorite game of all time. While Infinite had Elizabeth in a much more interesting location, filled with people who were actually just normal people, kind of, Rapture is such a more interesting environment, and if you search enough and pay attention, you'll learn a lot about what once was and how it all went wrong. The ending of Infinite may have felt a little uncomfortable, but in a good way, but the mid-game twist of the original game put all other modern titles on notice. But enough compare and contrast, let's talk about why I love BioShock. It does have a lot to do with the atmosphere, as well as choice. You're walking around, exhausted from finishing off another round of splicers, when you hear the heavy thudding footsteps around the corner and you know what's coming. There stands a Big Daddy, staring at you, waiting for you to back down from the little sister he is protecting. You can back down and go about exploring, or you can challenge him, whether that's a full-on attack or a more thought-out process where you lure him through several traps before finishing him off. Then you can harvest the little sisters and get as much Adam as possible from them, or you can save them and risk immediate reward for the bigger payoff later. And this affects the ending. If you save the little sisters, you bring them with you into the normal world, and you all live happily ever after. If you don't, you gain control of Rapture, but you get killed soon after. The whole reason for hunting the sisters is to improve and gain plasmids, so you can shoot fire and have telekinetic powers. Or you can just be like me and whack everything with a wrench, I guess that works too. There are a ton of interesting characters you encounter, and while very few, if any, are explored very far, they make an impact while they're there. I love BioShock, and it was totally worth me breaking tradition and buying a first-person shooter. I have no complaints about this game, other than BioShock 2, but that's a video for a different day. And with that, we move on to the last entry in my 25 Days of Christmas. What is my favorite game of all time? Well, you're just gonna have to check back here tomorrow.